They tell you, my superiors, the people I've looked up to, my mentors, that this is something to be careful of from the very beginning.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Jimmy Sloan claims his house guest racked up thousands of dollars worth of utilities while staying with him. He's suing Nate Hancock in the amount of $7,350. Mr. Hancock claims the plaintiff offered his home free of charge.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Third, get up and Thomas. Mr. Sloan, you're not happy with your former protege, right? Now you're suing him because you want him to pay back rent, food, utilities, all that good stuff. What happened, sir?
I met Mr. Hancock through a man named Joey Williams, who's in the Blind Boys of Alabama.
Okay.
And he recommended Nate. He said he was a good guitar player.
What made you decide you were going to have a relationship with Mr. Sloan?
Your Honor, we have a mutual friend, as Mr. Sloan, Jimmy, pointed out.
Yes.
I'm an artist. Jimmy's a record producer. I try to work with anyone who presents me with opportunity.
Yeah, but when you start talking about contracts and royalties and commissions and who's going to be honing your sound, I think it's fair to say you were being a little discriminating as to who you wanted to be in your circle, right?
You know, Your Honor, when it comes to those things like contracts, as an artist, they tell you, my superiors, the people I've looked up to, my mentors, that this is something to be careful of from the very beginning.
Coming up on America's Court.
Say,
Mr. They always
Sloan,
think it's a free ride
we're
and that they have won the
talking
lottery.
that is not going to serve you well.
Jimmy Sloan, who is suing Nate Hancock for breach of contract.
How did the two of you end up living together?
About the time that I'd finished up a tour and was getting ready to go in and start recording some more, my RV transmission went out. Jimmy and I have always been there. You know, he's been to my shows. We met through a mutual friend, and you know, he extended this opportunity. He said, "Hey, I know your RV is going to be in the shop. Why don't you come stay with me while we do this record?"
When you said you can come stay with me, did you say to him, just so you know, I'm considering this part of the contract?
I got to get it where I can. Business is business. It says in the contract.
All right.
I didn't set this up.
Let me see the contract, sir.
This was done in the 1950s, Your Honor.
Get some
You know
stuff
how
in
everything got set up. You want more evidence?
Whatever you got, I'll take.
I got a CD. You know, I got a song placed.
All sorts of good
On
stuff.
Showtime, it's going to be on.
Let's start with the CD.
That's my latest release, Your Honor.
No Place Quite Like Home. And this song, I take it, did pretty well. That was part of the issue, right?
Well, it's really starting.
That's when things started getting weird.
It started getting weird. when you started getting success.
More money, more problems, Judge.
More money, more problems. All right, why are you here?
I'm here because Jimmy is trying to sue Nate for money that Nate wasn't even aware of. I can tell you that I told Nate that he should start paying Jimmy for living at his house because I didn't want Nate to owe Jimmy anything.
He knows. You got the contract right there. It clearly says in paragraph 5, all advances. Does he think it's a free ride and he won the lottery?
The contract
like every other
does
artist
not
I've
say,
ever worked with,
Mr.
they always
Sloan,
think it's a free
that
ride
we're
and that
both
they have won the
talking
lottery.
that is not going to serve you well.
You're watching America's Court with Judge Ross.
What I'm trying to understand is, if you don't tell me I'm going to charge you $600 a month for rent, I'm going to charge you $300 for food, I'm going to charge you $100 for utilities, and he says, okay, why are both your hands up? Pick me, Judge, pick me. All right.
I don't want to be in contempt, Your Honor.
Well, let me see this. Why $7,350?
Well, there's $6,768.57 in total rent over 5 months.
That's over $1,000.
That's $2,234 a month in rent over 5 months. Divide that in half, you'd have $6,768.
This is a home that you own, though. So you're talking about your mortgage.
Yes, I'm talking about my mortgage.
All right, you're saying he should pay half sleeping on a couch on a house that you own. I got it.
There's no place quite like Jimmy's, Your Honor.
All right, based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel has to come down in favor of the plaintiff because you did sign a contract talking about recoupment of out-of-pocket expenses. The question is he going to get $7,350? No. You don't go 5 months and all of a sudden say, this is how much you owe me. You put him at a disadvantage. For food, shelter, expenses, I'm going to say $2,750. I think that's reasonable. And you're going to get the monies from the success of the song. I hope it does well. Congratulations. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $2,750.
Justice prevailed. I had a contract with Nate. I wish I had gotten all the money, though.
The system is broken. This is exactly what's wrong with the music industry. And I shouldn't have to pay Jimmy anything.
Follow America's Court on Facebook and Twitter. This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.